I'm Caiaphas, chief priest of the temple here in Jerusalem. The reason I called this press conference is to address the incident that you press people have dubbed the miracle of Bethany. I'm here to announce that this so-called miracle is nothing but a hoax. And I wish you would quit talking about it.
Rabbi Caiaphas, why is the chief priest of Jerusalem even interested in an incident in the small town of Bethany? Aren't you inflating the importance of the incident by calling a news conference about it?
I called this news conference because I was tired of people asking me about it. In fact, I'm sick of it. Stop talking about it.
What evidence do you have that the incident in Bethany was a hoax?
Evidence? I don't need evidence. I'm the high priest.
There were several eyewitnesses to the raising of Lazarus from the dead, including his sisters. Are you saying that all these witnesses were mistaken?
Yes.
What part of the story are you claiming was an error? That Lazarus was not dead, or that he rose from the dead?
Both.
According to eyewitnesses, Lazarus was not only dead before he was raised, he was dead for 4 days. All the witnesses said that the body had begun to decay. Isn't that proof he was dead?
No. The death was a fake.
How was it possible that Jesus faked the death of Lazarus when Jesus was in Jericho when Lazarus died?
Who told you that?
There were at least a dozen eyewitnesses who confirmed it.
I have eyewitness reports that Jesus actually delayed his trip to Bethany in order to allow Lazarus to die and be buried, so that everyone would know that the raising of Lazarus was a true miracle.
Miracle? There was no miracle.
How do you know?
Because miracles don't happen. That's how.
But this was not the first person Jesus raised from the dead. According to eyewitness reports, Jesus previously raised a 12-year-old girl from the dead.
Yeah? Who were your sources?
The girl's father was a synagogue ruler.
Oh. Well, I doubt it. Where did this other so-called miracle take place?
In the district of Galilee.
I knew it. That carpenter was from Galilee. He's got all those people hypnotized or something. They all follow him like zombies.
That's not true. I have several eyewitness reports that Jesus was rejected by most of the people in Galilee because he grew up there. And no one could believe that one of their own could be a prophet.
See what I mean? Nobody believes him.
I thought you just said they were all zombies under his control.
Don't put words in my mouth. The man is a fake.
If Jesus is a fake, why did you conspire to have him murdered?
Who told you that?
Are you denying it?
It's not murder if Jesus is guilty of blasphemy.
How is Jesus guilty of blasphemy?
He claimed to be God.
Jesus is only guilty of blasphemy if he claims to be God, but is not God.
Of course he's not God. I just told you. He's a fake.
Didn't Jesus prove that he's God by raising Lazarus from the dead?
I told you that was a hoax.
If it's a hoax, then why have you conspired to have Lazarus murdered as well?
Who told you that?
Are you denying it?
Some people have big mouths.
Isn't it true that you conspired to have Lazarus murdered? Because he is living proof that Jesus is God in human flesh.
That's ridiculous. If Jesus was God in human flesh, the first thing he would have done, instead of raising the dead, is to drive the Roman army into the Mediterranean Sea.
What proof do you have that the Roman army would be God's top priority?
Can you quote one of the prophets from the Holy Scriptures in support of your view?
I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
I doubt it. The Romans are not mentioned by name in the Holy Scriptures. And the notion of driving any army into the Mediterranean Sea is not mentioned in prophecy either.
Oh.
Isn't it true that your hatred for Jesus is because he criticized you and the other religious leaders of Israel for not knowing the Scriptures?
I don't have to sit here and take these outrageous accusations. This press conference is over. You press people should be ashamed.
Based on a play by Bob Snook. Conditions for use: do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it.
Pay no royalties, even if you make money from performances.
You may reproduce and distribute this script freely, but all copies must contain this copyright statement.